The atmosphere in a the atmosphere in a the atmosphere in a word drear just ain't clear. It's too foggy, can't breathe. I'm suffocating. This push and pull, default and choking constricts my throat, croaking out, spits and spurts. The atmosphere in a the atmosphere in a word drear just ain't clear. It's too foggy, can't breathe. I'm suffocating. This push and pull, default and choking constricts my throat, croaking out. Just hold on to this thought. Caught in that blind spot. You're gonna have this experience. What's it giving me that distance for other truth into you? Knew it. Just breathe. If you wanna do this right, you take that ride. You take that ride. You take it seriously. You don't fuck over people deliriously. I'm putting myself out there, obviously, because this is what I believe in. The atmosphere in a word drear. It's foggy, can't breathe, can't see. Put on powerful undershirt, protecting your core.
Wanna feel better? Yeah, right. You keep doing
No
it.
understanding of the meaning of
What you say you be about? What? You're gonna shout it out, and that's how you stand up.
You ain't
proud.
shit,
So clear your throat.
Definitely
Suck
new
your
infections, diseases,
I'm gonna teach y'all how to play
dumb,
dumb, which means there's no need to run from what you do and what you say. You can just do whatever.
And that's
fine.
no
Constant frustrated, and now my inability to get past it, almost like I books in print, only because they're forever now. Almost like
Ridiculous.
Departures and arrivals. Brain hurt. Stop. Can't do it. Pop.
Renew
World
it.
implodes.
Atmosphere in a word drear just ain't clear. It's too foggy, can't breathe.
This push and pull geek.
Full.
Don't be hypocritical.
It chokes.
It hurts. These spits and spurts
Will
will
That's
work.
why I'm calling it your basic need.
If I can work
What's
it,
my focus?
we be.
If we change society,
There's truth.
and get
There's
off your
please.
knees.
And
Ain't
thank
no
you, don't
begging.
beg.
That's why I'm calling it your basic need.
The survivors and victims are the
be-
ones that mean everything to me.
And
why I said it's so hard to breathe.
Brain hurt. Stop.
Just waiting for that sign that verifies and clarifies.
Yes.
I'm supposed to be doing this to justify the harms that they laid in.
Too much.
Past
As
tense.
of now,
Drop the mic.
unless the world implodes,
Who cares about survival?
The modern day
Our own
citizen
our own rival.
is
Brain
ridiculous.
hurt. Stop. Can't do
Renew
it. Just breathe.
So you'll have to look closely and find the visual trigger. No sound yet. It's real fast.
No.
And then you'll recognize a memory.
Past tense.
Drowning was my biggest fear, and why I tend not to go into the water, near the water. And what did somebody want to do with me? Scuba dive. Are you effing kidding me? After you're doing all this weird shit in my house and abusing me and the cat, you're acting like we're gonna go on vacation? No. You're not gonna pressure me into doing this yet again about all the things you didn't get in your childhood. So when somebody uses narrative, well, lying about their narrative, but maybe the emotion is real, but at the same time, you need to really identify honestly, authentically. When people start to question, like, what the fuck was that? Realize we can all hear you. We're not fucking stupid.
Stubbornness, my old chum, was so glum. Why ain't you talking?
You act dumb.
Where'd you go
Stubbornness.
to? What happened to you? You can't tell me I've changed myself for mental health, which means my voice got deeper. Huh? It's because I go up. Because I'm all about inflections. That's what a teacher does. Different type of learning and how I'm an educator. Can't help it, yo. In me. Why don't my words feel good too? To me, that's strange. See? All right, I'm over it. Never if you're gonna hear it. So perhaps that day I'm frustrated. I want to talk about luxury in terms of comfort and dig deep. Unless there's nothing there, then I hit a rock. And that's where we stop. Why I'm never going to share everything in here out there. You will never understand the sky because you don't have to punch it. That's why I'm okay. My escape route to an exit to get outside. I got all the ways to run and hide. That's being from the inside.
Because it basically illuminates the fact
you are
I would not take
a prescription drug from you.
that being I'm self-reporting healthy, off medication. And if it's
the series of events that led me to be off medication, a missed appointment by you, a missed appointment by me, which if you recall, you claimed that you called me that day and you did not, verifiable by my phone, or to say it's your policy not to call, from your own words, and the fact we had a meeting, you've been confused and unsure. There's been times I've had questions for you, and your response tells me that you're really not listening. For these reasons, I think the best solution is to sit down as a trio so that I can ask some questions since you have changed your answer. And I want to know how far this is going to go. And the sooner we do it, the better. Because the time I've spent 6 to 8 weeks dealing with this is not healthy, and I need an answer right now so that I can make a good decision for me. I watched a 15-minute diagnosis happen in front of me based on illustrating the exact issue in trauma today. Again, all right, thank you so much, and here's my number. And that's how you do it. You leave a message, you muddle through it, you get it out of your system. Who knows what they're going to do with it? But it's out there, and they know, and now the ball's in their court. You can go on living. And if you must, you have to record yourself, then do it. They can't tell you. Hello, this is a communication thing, so let's clarify stuff. That means all the noise in my head and why you give it out. This is not your dread. Because it wasn't there before until this person claimed not to know what she did. Not like this. Not fractured in pieces. But that's my life. And they showed me how it all works. That's why I will not bend on this issue. I'm not angry. I'm not emotional. It's motherfucking terrifying. To be around. Only because they don't follow through with half the stuff they say. Because of things you can't control. Make it everyone inside. We can all flip it and say, thank God, it happened this way. And maybe one day you get out the trust inside that glow. That brings me to fireflies and flickering light. Going back to the beginning. That frown gets turned upside down. I trust myself now. That's why you're in all my. What if I have a house fire? Oh my God, and I lose it all. I have to start all over again. And that's anxiety of safety. Yeah, a little intense. But I can do it. Thanks for all. Just because it's a little more clear. My motivation. Because those are the facts. And now, guess what? Because my system works so good. Celebrate. This is what I had under control, and what I never had to tell you.
Shut people up, and because I was saying something that was obvious, was saying out loud. Shouldn't judge. Wrong to judge. Bad guy. Kill.
Why is this so? I mean, how do we know what he's going to do next? They said we don't.
It will come back and haunt you. Believe me. I was going to have to slip back there into this madness to get through it. I didn't know I started realizing how I changed it before, and it was sad. The least you could do is acknowledge that if you see yourself in there, you don't want to be there, and that's why you can't take breaks. I'm not there yet. Black and white thinking, obviously. It just means I can be me, and you can't be you. I'm just kidding. I don't know. It just means beep. Hi, doctor. This is and I'm calling because you did say to get in contact if I need anything. And I think what's necessary is for Dr. You and I to sit down together and discuss that little improv we had based on the multiple contradictions at this point. And that is why I'm contacting you. This is literally I'm not going to call them PTSD information that just doesn't jive, and your response to things that is actually pretty dangerous. To trust the therapist and for you to tell me multiple times that you gave me something that you did not give me is actually very disturbing. Basically illuminates the fact that you are forgetting why I would not take a prescription drug from you. Oh my God, and I lose it all. I start all over again, and that's anxiety of safety. Just because it's a little dear, but I do it in a way. Just because it's a little dear. Just because it's a little dear. I'm just sort of in a way I'm saying.
This is the reason why the revolution came.
Oh my God, and I lose it all. Oh my God, and I lose it all. I have to start all over again, and that's safety. But I don't have a mental. I like to do it.